guess what? We're back, baby. We're back. It's the MOSHCAST. Oh, also we can't cuss for 5 minutes. YouTube really hates me for cussing and talking about weird stuff like the CUM word. You know who it is? It's Almighty Sai. We are over here at Print Nation, as always. Our homestead. It's our little home away from home. It's our little abode. You get all your merch. They have shirts already printed. You can buy printed shirts here, but they are specifically for merch. They want to be 100% about the artists and what they are doing. It doesn't matter if you're an artist or if you're just an entrepreneur or if you have a business. They want to print your shirts and they want to make you look good whenever you're rocking out, doing your thing. So come over to Print Nation and get your stuff printed. I think they got a new hat printer. And they have shirt presses, and I think they can do almost every type of print. It doesn't have to be just one of those, the little stick-on. It can be like laser. I don't know. I know that they have stuff in the back. They talk about it a lot, but they have clothes. They have hats. They have almost anything. They have everything that you want. They have like green-friendly stuff. They have like little trays and little stashaways, and it's just a vibe here. We just be chilling and just doing our thing. But yeah, come to Print Nation on 6th Street in Amarillo, Texas. And they have a website too, so just go check them out. If you cannot be here in Amarillo, they'll mail that shit out to you. But further ado, what is that? What is that saying? What is that saying? To further ado, what am I trying to say? With further ado? I don't know. We have a special guest, ARK, Almighty Red Knight.
Yes, sir.
So nice to have you on the podcast, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I was so late today. I had to do adult things. I work nights, so I work from 10 p.m. to 7, and I was like, dude, I gotta get up early because I gotta go to Hereford. And I was like, 1 o'clock will be fine. But I forgot that like that drive is like almost an hour. So I was like, dude, I got there at 2 o'clock, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it at 3. So. But I wasn't too late. I was like 3:30, so, sue me, But yeah, so I had to do that. And then, but you are my first actual dubstep artist to be on pod. We've had EDM, we've had house, but you're the first dubstep artist here on the pod, so I'm actually pretty excited to see how that works out. I always wanted to know, did the red and Almighty Red Knight come from how ginger you are? Is that a thing?
Honestly, yes. That's one of the main reasons why Almighty Red Knight, the red in it happened, is because growing up, honestly, everybody called me Big Red.
Oh, nice.
Or like Trippy Red. So
right.
I was like, I need something with red because honestly, like, I'm a ginger, so I gotta keep it going.
Gotta keep it going, dude. Why don't you just grow it out like me?
I'm trying, man. Honestly, with the mask and everything.
Oh, that's right. You do have a sick mask that you wear, man.
I gotta keep it a little short, not too long, so I can at least keep it. And I got a new customization for my costume where I'm going to be wearing a baklava, where it actually hides my beard, so I can wear the mask over it.
Wow.
So.
That's gonna be sick.
Excited for that.
You gotta get the whole setup where it's the eyes and the skull, just the whole thing, dude.
I'm trying to get there. I
think you should do it in seasons. This is the grow up stage, and then you get like your teen stage, so you get like the eyes or whatever, and then you get the adult. It's just all an upgrade from how old you get doing this stuff.
Yeah, honestly, one of my friends sent me a picture of like these like shoulder pads that have like spikes on them, and it's all red and stuff. And
dude,
I was like looking at that. He was like, when you play your DJ sets at festivals, you need to be wearing that. I was looking at it. I was like, I need to get this. So like the next payment for my costume is going to be those like shoulder pads where like it comes with the night armor and everything.
Right.
Because honestly, I'm trying to like, when I get good enough, I want to get it to where I actually have a full set of night armor on my arm and stuff. So
are we looking at like samurai knights, or are we looking at like knights at the round table type stuff?
More of knights at the round table type stuff.
Cool.
Of.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
Just have a whole red armored suit, bro.
Yeah, man.
That'd be crazy to see.
Oh man, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see what ARK has entailed for me, like
Right.
down the road and everything. It's starting to come up, and honestly, I'm blessed to say that I have so many people to support me and push me and guide me along this road, and I have my mentors who are helping me DJ and produce music. So
Right.
honestly,
Right.
it's been a blessing.
Good.
So,
Good. I do like to. I would like to say that I don't know if anybody else is dealing with a lot of stuff that's going on in the universe, but like, man, I've had like the worst like month of my life, and I keep on talking about it, but I want people to understand like we as a community, as a music community, as the podcast community, as my fans and everything, and everybody that's just dealing with a lot of stuff, I want you to understand that there are people out here that are willing to listen, that are willing to talk. You're not alone, and we always MOSHCAST is a place for is a safe space for everybody. It's a safe space to talk. I'm always on Instagram. If you're a fan and you need to talk to somebody, I'm always around. And everybody that has been on the podcast is 100% down to talk. I know that they are also a safe space, and they are willing to just if you just need a shoulder to cry on, or if you need an ear to listen to, we got you. So I'm actually in the first steps of actually for real getting counseling. I've never been to therapy before. I've never done that stuff. I've done medication as a doctor, but I never really got professional help in speaking to somebody about my problems. And so Thursday is my first appointment. So I'm a little nervous about it because I've never done that before. And so, you know, it's just one of those things where like I've kind of grown up about, I don't know. It's easy to talk to your friends, but it's not easy to talk to your friends about the things that they don't understand, and you know that they don't understand, and you don't want to not to be disrespectful or anything. It's just like I can talk to you about so much, but that only goes as far as it goes, and you can't help me.
yeah.
And everybody that's watching, if you need to take that next step, just do it. I mean, it's just a hop, skipping away, just to figure out like what is the best regimen for you, medication, therapy, psychiatric help, or maybe you just need to go to a spa day on the weekend with your grandma or something, dude. But make sure that you stay healthy, and make sure that you're still here on this earth. I mean, I know that it's rough, and I know it doesn't look like you're supposed to be, like you see that you're not supposed to be here, but dude, there is a reason why you have a mind, and you think, and you breathe, and you're walking, dude. There's a reason for it, and I don't know what that reason is, but one day we're gonna figure it out, and maybe we'll figure it out at the same time. We'll figure it out together. So I just wanted to say that.
Yes, sir.
Bars, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real. I mean, the EDM community is definitely one of the places that has definitely saved me. And I've been dealing with a lot of depression growing up. And just like how you mentioned, medication was always a factor in my life because of my
Right.
ADHD and my depression. But definitely, I will say that the PLUR in the community, which stands for peace, love, unity, and respect, and the second R is responsibility. I will say that we live by it in the community, and everybody has an open ear and an open mind, and
Right.
they're always accepting. And honestly, when I first went into the EDM community, I was scared, but the people were so open and friendly
Right.
and just always there for you. So it was nice to have that person to be able to talk to that also understood what you were talking about and had the same issues and all
Right.
the things that was going on in their life.
Yeah.
So I believe that like we're all human. We all have our emotions, we all have our feelings, and I mean we all are dealing with our demons inside. So honestly,
Right.
I mean we all have our mental ability to where like we can withstand something. And I mean honestly, it's whether or not you can seek to get the help, or whether
Yeah.
or not if you know how to fix it and
Yeah.
work with yourself. And
Yeah.
once you start to be able to point out that there's something wrong inside your body, inside yourself, it's the first step of taking to actually go and fix it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely agree.
It's okay to admit that you're broken. It's okay to admit that there are faults or there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There's just something going on that is just not quite right, and it's okay to admit that. And right now, dude, to be honest, I'm pretty shaken up. I'm pretty broken. I'm hurt about a lot of things that I can't control, and I'm not. I've gotten better. I'm a super control freak, dude. Like I just, oh man, like even like today coming here late, it was just all the possibilities of what could go wrong being 30 minutes late, and it's like 30 minutes late ain't shit to nobody, but to me it is because I want things to go right. I want things to be perfect and everything else, but I can't be that way. It doesn't work that way. The world does not work that way. Earth is not that type of thing. It's no precise thing. If it was precise, we'd all be squares and triangles and symmetric and parallel and horizontal. You know, we'd be lines and shit. We ain't that. We're all different shapes and sizes and colors and everything, bro. That's on bars. But you did say if you've never been to a EDM festival or any type of EDM concert, bro, you need to go. That shit is like true. So my first EDM experience, I went to the purple what was that called? Foam rave over there in Lubbock.
Okay.
They did the purple foam rave or whatever it was called. Riff Raff was there. I think Pavilion was there.
Okay.
I mean, I was like psyched to see Pavilion. I mean, he was like one of the OGs, bro. And I was like, no way. So he was there, and a couple others I can't really remember. But I went there and like, dude, like, I mean, it was a small little fest. I'm pretty sure like 200 or 300 people were there. It wasn't a huge deal, but man, like. But you're right. The love, the respect, all of that stuff was there. The responsibility was there. I remember, dude. Like, I brought two friends with me, so it was a group of three, and we didn't know anybody. We didn't know anybody there. And this dude, like halfway through the set, comes up and he's like, "Hey, I'm Aaron. If you need anything, I got you." I was like, "Okay, I don't know you, man." He's like, "I don't know you either, but I got you." And every once in a while he'll disappear and then come back up, disappear, come back up. But every time he would like bring water or like a joint or whatever the fuck. And we're like, dude, like, are you like an angel or like what are you? Like, are you like the death or are we about to die? I don't know. But it was so weird because like that's the last and only time I've ever saw that guy ever again.
Yeah.
Just at that rave, I got you, bro. And I'm like, dude, I don't even have nothing to give you. And he's like, that's fine. I'm just telling you I got you, bro. That's it.
No, it's always a big factor in the EDM community. It's crazy because we talk about it a lot. I mean, the U.S. and even around the world, EDM's like huge and still growing to this day. And it's like when you get into it, it's such a small world. The people I have seen like in Seattle, or if I go out of the country, like to like Cancun or like to Europe, I've seen people at EDM festivals, and it'll be like a year or two later, and I'll bump into them at a festival, and I'll be like, "No way! Like, what's up?" Like, and we'll be just like friends. It's like crazy because, like, honestly, like you have that connection. Like, you meet somebody, and then you'll always have that connection with that person. And when you meet them again, it's like, wow, like we literally just saw each other yesterday. It feels like.
And you always think about them. That's the thing too, is you always think about those people that have been there. My friend, we got a little bit twisted, we got a little bit high and stuff, and at the Lubbock pavilion that they have, that's like a hill, and then like you can see the stage from down there, and we're up on this hill and we're just chilling. He goes, "I'm staying right here, bro. This is it. These are my people." I'm like, "Bro, you're dumb." You know, but it was, but also like, he was right though. Like you get stuck, bro. Like for real, you get stuck. Like it's like an addiction.
No, it is.
In that place of like just the music's crazy, the music's wild. It's fun. It's sad. It's angry. It's whatever. But like just knowing that that place that you're there in that moment is just so like peaceful. Like I hope that when I die, heaven's like a rave.
Honestly, I hope so
Like
too.
always, just like 24/7, just raved up.
I always tell people like don't look for me in the water when I die. Don't look for me at the beaches. Don't look at me, for
Yeah.
me anywhere else. I'll be at the raves, literally in that crowd.
Right.
My spirit's going to be there at the raves all the time.
Dude, and people don't like, and that's the thing too, is like people don't like. I wish I could take what I feel and like explain to people how this is, because literally like music and the emotions that music gives me and how I feel is very spiritual. It's a very spiritual feeling. It's a very spiritual experience. Like I went to a Tara Reid concert last year. You know who Tara Reid is? The
Yes.
whole Getter, Tara Reid. You know.
Yeah.
I saw Getter. I actually saw Getter before I saw Tara Reid. But,
Okay.
oh, dude, it was sick. But I saw Tara Reid, and he was in Colorado, and it was a small little venue. It was like a bar, maybe double size of the house bar that we performed at.
Yeah.
So it was like it had a stage and it had like this little area, but it got sold out, so it was packed, and it was Tara Reid, a homie of his, and like a DJ. I think there was like 4 people, but the DJ would play like songs for the before the other artists jump on, and he was playing some really good stuff like Fat Nick and Corpses and stuff, and right before Tara Reid comes on, Tara Reid shows up on stage and he goes, "I want everybody to fucking jam out to this shit," and it was Lil Peep,
Oh, wow.
And for some reason, dude, like when he played that song, like I felt like Lil Peep was there, like it was like so fucking spiritual. I was like, damn, like this shit like pops, like it like there's something here, like Jesus is in this fucking Denny's, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of shit. And then like right after all that, Tara Reid comes on, dude, and he plays what's that song he does? It's like Eat the Rich or Kill the Rich or something like that. Let me find it. Tara Reid. It's not one of his newer stuff. It's on that one album or that one EP. I say Eat the Rich or some shit like that. If I look it up, Rich, Kill the Rich. When you play Kill the Rich, dude, I fucking cried, bro. I was tearing up, dude. I was like, damn, bro, why you gonna fucking do this shit to me? But a lot of people don't know is that Tara Reid and like the Getter, them to like just as a person, like they helped me out through fucking my grandma's death. So every time I listen to them, man, I'm just like, shout out to my grandma. So it's a very spiritual thing, dude.
Oh,
any place, like even at the house bar that we were doing, it's always spiritual.
Man, I lost one of my best friends in 2019 at a festival to fentanyl, and it's fentanyl is a growing thing, and it's pretty bad. Please test your drugs if you ever do take in. Please, it's getting bad. I do not want to see anybody in this community like pass away from this stuff.
Just do crack, dude.
Honestly.
Well, who was it? Boozy Badass. I think that's what. Or yeah, it was Boozy Badass. He was like, just do crack. I'm all for crack. Fuck fentanyl. Fuck fentanyl dealers. You never see a crack addict fucking OD. You never see a crack dealer OD. He was like, I'd rather you do crack than fucking fentanyl. That shit cracked me up, but it's true though.
Oh,
do
man.
not.
Yeah, it's scary. Like MDMA, any of the stuff MDMA is huge in the rave scene and all that.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of people that go sober. You can go sober to festivals and have fun, but some people need that getaway to be able to take those party favors, but always test them. But the whole point I was getting at, spiritual. You're right. I mean, every time I go to a festival or anything, I walk in the first day and I could just feel the presence of my best friend right there on my side, just right there, and it just feels like he's still there. And it's like every time I go and listen to music or anything. I just think about him, and even DJing up there on the stage, I know like he would be so proud of me and everything. So it's such a spiritual thing because it takes me out of my body, and like it feels like an outer body experience where I can enjoy myself and be who I am and be free and get away from life and reality for a second and actually just like be able to relax and actually meet new people, meet new friends, and kind of enjoy life as it is. Because I mean, honestly, it's a shitty world that we live in right now. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
100%, dude.
it's a shitty world, so we have to be able to make the EDM community, not even the EDM community, rap community, rock community, pop community.
We all gotta get together, bro. We just all gotta. You know what's crazy too is like a lot of people at that show at the house bar, they're like, rap and DJs, like, is it gonna work? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I've never done it before. I've never heard it before. I was like, fuck it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, that was actually like, honestly, when I first got there and I saw Trippy DJing house, because he told me he was going to play his Wubby set or his dubstep set. And then I walked up to him and he was like, hey, man, I played my house set. I'm sorry. My friend asked me to because he wanted to dance it. And I'm like, oh. And then everybody started rapping and I was like, oh, God, I got a heavy dubstep set.
Yeah.
And I came to you and I was like, hey, is it okay if I play dubstep? And you're like, yeah, go for it. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. I was like, all right, I hope this crowd's ready for this.
I think honestly, like, you know, next time, I think a few minutes before you actually went up, like maybe like 20 or 30 more minutes before you went up would have been a perfect time for you. I mean, perfect time for you. You everybody fucking loved the shit. I mean, I was like enthralled whenever you went on stage, dude. I was like, holy fuck. And I was dancing and shit, and I saw everybody dancing and stuff, but I was like, maybe like 20 or 30 minutes you should have went up before you did, and it would have been fucking perfect. I think that's what it would have been fucking perfect. But, dude, that whole thing was just, I don't know if Trippy told you, but it was a fucking wreck. Dude, it was a wreck for the first 2 days. Because I had five artists that were going to come from different state to down here.
Yeah.
And it just did not work out.
Damn.
They canceled. And I was like, fuck, I got to find artists to do this shit 2 days before the set, and I got to make new flyers and all this crazy things. And I was like, damn, we'll figure it out. But I was surprised to come out with the people that showed up. I was surprised with the artists that actually performed. Like, I was like, I actually made this shit work. I was like, this
honestly,
thing
yeah,
worked.
it was a blessing. I mean, honestly, it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
I feel like in a way.
Yeah, it was wild as shit.
It was a great performance.
So, I got one coming up on the 29th at the house bar again. We're gonna see how that one goes. I think it's Trip and somebody else that's gonna do sound. I'm not really sure about that, but show up on the 29th of April. I think this is gonna pop up like right before.
Yeah.
The Thursday before 29th. I think this is the podcast that's gonna pop up. But you know what else I've been thinking about? How crazy it would have been, like how crazy it would be if we didn't figure out like guns. If we didn't figure out how to like make guns or like, you know, like that kind of stuff. If we kept with like ancient bombs and swords.
Oh man.
You know how fucking crazy that shit would be. I was watching Samurai Champloo again, or an Afro Samurai, because Afro Samurai is my shit, dude. But I was like, you know, like how hard it would be in this world, in this generation right now, to fight wars with swords.
That'd be crazy. It'd be a bloodbath, honestly.
Yeah,
there's actually a show on, I can't remember if it's Netflix or something. It's like called Borderlands or something like that. And it's about like our era of the world, but like where the world did not have any guns, any like bombs or anything, and they have just like swords, like weapons, like throwing stars and stuff. And it's like a world without like just any guns and stuff, and like they fight. And
right.
It's insane. I haven't watched it yet, but a couple of my friends said it was really good, and it's like it kind of has like anime fight scenes type. It's realistic, but
Right.
it has like those anime fight scenes type of things. So.
Nice. Yeah, I think it would be 10 times harder to conquer a nation or whatever if it was through swords and stuff. Like I would want to be like a samurai, like how Afro Samurai with the #1 headband and stuff like that. Like I don't know, man. I think I'd be pretty good at some like throwing stars or whatever the fuck, you know.
Honestly, if that was to happen, I feel like if we as a country did not have any guns or like bombs or anything, I feel like the U.S. would not be as powerful as other places because like
definitely.
Genghis Khan, you look at all those arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
They
people in
yeah.
China, they had some like
They had
samurai,
swords.
some
They
badass
were
people.
swordsmen.
It was crazy.
I don't think. I mean, the only way we would figure out how to do swords is probably from Spain, because they had some swords too. But I don't know if Caucasians. I don't know if we'd ever fucked around with swords.
I don't know, some
much.
Vikings. I mean, you'll definitely be in my
like axes.
field.
I can see axes. We did some axe fighting, I guess. Maybe some like catapults, like the giant rock catapults or whatever. But I don't
just
know.
imagine you getting crushed by one of those rocks.
Dude,
Jeez.
that's crazy.
See
how
that they'd flying right towards you.
that was a real thing though back in the day. That was a real thing. They were just like, we're gonna throw rocks at people, just giant ass boulders, bro. And that was their means to defeat people. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna take this giant rock, we're gonna put it on this thing, it's just gonna shoot, and then we're gonna hope it hits at least 3 people somewhere in this area right here. Crazy. We were super just fucking wild. Arrows, bow and arrows and shit.
Yeah, that blows my mind because you watch movies and like videos of where like they had like the rain of arrows just flying over and stuff, and you're like, dang, like what do you do to defend against all these arrows that are like just flying towards you? Like honestly, like it's some type of Game of Thrones type shit you'd be looking at.
What was that? What was I gonna say? It was about swords and shit. I mean, even too, like, oh yeah, have you seen like Lupin versus Hawk? That scene. I can't remember who the samurai was in Lupin the Third. It was like Lupin versus Hawk, but Hawk was this big ass fucking ginger lumberjack fuck, and he did it. Are you into anime and stuff? But he had 2 axes and shit, and I think that's the best fight. If you can find it on YouTube, look up Lupin versus Hawk, and it's like, I think it's the best fucking fighting scene ever I know of. It's like a samurai versus an axeman, and that shit is fucking gruesome.
Honestly, if that was to happen, if that era was to happen, the person I would want to be like is fucking Jack Sparrow. Like honestly, I would love to be Jack Sparrow, like on my own ship and just like drink rum and just not give a fuck.
Shit. Like
pirate
just pirate shit.
Yeah, honestly. But no, my favorite anime would have to be Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Demon Slayer. So
Demon Slayer's pretty good. Yeah,
any of those like swordsmen's, like even like a ninja and Naruto, I would definitely want to be like one of those, like to be able to wield a sword and like Demon Slayer and have different elements that you can like breathing styles where you can like cut demons up, and like, I feel like that would be so handful to like kill people with.
Dude, if we had superpowers, it'd be over, dude.
Man, I'm waiting for that day to come. I feel like it's going to happen where somebody fucks up something in a lab,
and it actually comes true and shit. It'll happen, bro. It'll happen. I mean, have you ever looked into like bio? What the fuck is that called? It's like people that like build shit into their fucking body.
Bionics, like
bio.
Gosh, what is it called?
I'm fucking going blank, dude. I've been going
cybernetics something.
Yeah, it's like, but there's people out there that actually are trying to figure out how to get superpowers, and it's like, but what they do is it's like BioWare or something like that. But one of the things that I want to do that would be super fucking cool is that you can actually get you can surgically put magnets into your fingers, and then surgically put magnets in behind your ear.
Okay.
And what it's supposed to do is once you get the hang of it and everything, you can actually feel the wavelengths in the fucking air and shit, like phone calls and text messages and shit. You can actually feel the waves coming to the phone and shit.
That's
you can
crazy.
hear fucking microwaves in the fucking air with the magnets behind your ear and shit. That's what I want to do.
That's crazy. That's a Magneto type shit.
Yeah, that's a Magneto type shit. There was a guy that not, it wasn't permanent. It was just what's that other word? Not permanent. The opposite of permanent. Why am I going fucking blank, dude? It's like semi-permanent, semi-fucking. Where's she? She's not here. Anyway, he put like these little drops in his eye, and he was like, he could see in the dark for like a few hours. And I'm like, bro, we're just that close to becoming superhumans almost.
I mean, it's scary. I mean, it's either going to come down to that, or like, I mean, scientists just found out about a zombie plague disease that they just like found in an ice glacier.
Right.
They just found out about that, and then Elon Musk he's building tech where AI can go inside the brain and stuff, and he actually wrote a bill on it. He, like, kind of said we need to stop this. Like, AI's getting way too close to the point where it's going to take over us and stuff. So
100%.
So honestly, I feel like there's 4 ways that the world's going to end. It's superheroes could be one, like villains and all that.
Right. Let's see. Superheroes. Jesus Christ is actually real. Robots,
AI,
aliens. Aliens is another one.
Yeah,
aliens
another
is
one. Nuclear bombs.
The zombie plague.
Apocalypse.
Did you also hear? So I know that this is very, very like new, but you know The Last of Us, the show and the game. This is
Parasite.
So check this out, bro. There has been a person that got infected with a mushroom on his body. That's a thing. You can look it up. It like recently happened like a few weeks ago.
Oh man,
that shit's wild as fuck.
I mean, in the first episode of The Last of Us, like the man is spitting facts about like how basically parasites and how what's the word called?
Psilocybin
and all
mushrooms
those
or whatever.
Mushrooms, how they can actually evolve. Fungus, yes, they can evolve.
Yeah,
and he was talking about like if they can evolve enough to where the point they can like survive in a human body. I believe that shit can actually turn into The Last of Us. Like everything's
100%.
evolving on this earth, and like we're so close to the point of getting to that.
There's a mushroom that was, I guess, like created or formed. It evolved in Chernobyl, and it eats nuclear waste. This mushroom eats nuclear waste, bro.
That's crazy.
It's if a mushroom can evolve that fast, for us to realize that one day a mushroom is going to eat microplastics or whatever. These things are not to be fucked with. Mushrooms are not to be fucked with. Like I say on the top things to not fuck with: mushrooms, octopus, cats, and probably baby mamas.
Facts.
No, I'm just kidding. But for real, fungus and octopus. Don't fuck with octopus, dude. Don't fuck with them. But don't fuck with fungus. That shit's fucking crazy. Oh, we'll get back to fungus and stuff. So people were fucking with lion's mane. Have you seen that shit?
No.
So people were fucking with lion's mane, and they found out that lion's mane actually increases your molecular structure of your brain, like it
really
to make you more like aware, like smarter. It was like the power drug of like the century. Well, this guy was taking these pills that were just lion's mane.
Wow.
And he was ingesting them, and he's fucked up now.
Oh, jeez.
Like, so what they're figuring out is that if you take lion's mane for a long period of time and you stop taking it, the effects of it wearing off on your brain is super super fucked. Depression, like even like the ability to like do like your motor functions and shit.
Damn.
You almost become like disabled pretty
man.
much just by ingesting so much lion's mane. What'd I do? Lights just turned off. Did I do something? What did you do? I mean, no, we're still going.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, everything's still on. We're vibing. You tripped a breaker, bro. Everybody, no, ARK. This is my wife.
Hello.
I don't know if y'all have met yet.
House bar.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Did you tell him? Did you tell him what everybody was thinking about him?
No. The reason I came up to you is because somebody thought you were like a sex trafficker.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I came up and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? What's going on?"
I remember because I was there, and you were sitting there with your computer, and somebody was like, I'm like, he's not no cyber hacker. He's not trying to get into the Wi-Fi. Relax. Like, you're already going to fuck up the vibe. And then a few days later, she was like, yeah, everybody thought that he was, like, trying to steal people. I'm like,
my God.
What the fuck?
Damn, I guess I looked like a sex trafficker.
So they were like, "Yeah, do you think someone's doing that?" And I was like, "Okay, who?" And they pointed at you, and I was like, "That guy."
Oh.
The guy that literally looks like an anime character? That guy?
You look like somebody that I used to know, but he lives in Cambodia now. But
Yeah, you told me about that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I was like, what if it's him? But it's you. You're the guy who's from Cambodia, aren't you?
Man, I guess so. I guess I'm a sex trafficker.
Oh, you're
also.
leaving? Okay. Well, thanks for the food. How was the drive? How was the trip?
It was good.
Yeah? Did you get your noodles and stuff?
Yeah, I just scarfed them down in the parking lot.
Did you just right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been here for a little bit, but I was just eating it.
All right. You could have eaten here.
No, I don't want people to see that.
Okay. All right. Well, bye.
Bye.
Well, I got food and stuff. Oh, yeah. So the lion's mane. So, yeah. Watch out for lion's mane, dude. Just watch out for all fungus, man. I'm not going to. I mean, we already have psilocybin, and that trips people out. You know, that's a. But, you know, regular mushrooms, just put it on your burger, put it in your soup. Don't fucking do some shit with it. That's some scary stuff.
Agreed.
Because if they can take out colonies of ants and colonies of like bugs and shit, and they're like zombies and shit, bro, like we're next up, dude.
Oh man,
we're next up. If not us, the larger other species like rats, mice, cats, dogs, bears, deer, tigers, lions, and then up the food chain.
Yep.
And we're not even the biggest fucking thing in the food chain. Thinking about fucking mushroom like being like an elephant zombie, bro. An elephant zombie, dude. We're fucked, dude.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about that shit for a while. I've been watching The Last of Us and stuff, and it's cool, but I think that's the scariest zombie show I've seen.
Oh,
like
God.
that could be real.
Like you watch The Walking Dead where they're like slow and stuff. If it was The Last of Us type zombies, I'm like, bro, just end my life, honestly. Yeah. Like, I would not want to live in an era where I'm getting chased around, having to run away from zombies, and if I step on the wrong thing, I have all these, like, 1,000 zombies chasing after my ass.
For real, dude.
Fuck
How long
that.
do you think you'd survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Honestly, if I was to move back to Florida and go with my friends, I'd say maybe 2 months or
2
more.
months?
Probably, maybe.
Okay, all right. How long would you think you'd survive in just a normal, like a Mad Max apocalypse?
Mad Max apocalypse? Ooh. See, it'd get to the point where I'd have to fucking be a cannibal.
Right.
That's where I'd cross the line. So honestly, I feel like maybe if it got to that point, 5 months.
5 months?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I think I could eat a person.
Really?
I think I could. Just be like, I'll just get someone that's like fucking deranged, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're the chef. Don't tell me what it is. Just fucking let me eat it.
You know what? Yeah, I guess. Facts.
There was I talk about it on pod all the time, but there was a guy that lost his leg. He lost his leg in a motorcycle accident, and the ER let him keep his leg, which was crazy. I thought it's a true story.
Wow.
Puts it in his freezer, puts his leg in his freezer, and he asks like 11 of his friends. Hey, I'm gonna fucking cook my leg. I want to try. I want to try to eat human meat for the first time in my life. It'll be like a bucket list thing, and like 7 of his friends like agreed to it, and like they ate his leg, dude.
That's insane.
Just one time, one hitter quitter, and they were like, kind of tastes like chicken.
God, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, to a point, it's like you're eating your own human, like your own species.
Yeah.
Like to a point, like you look at like Jeffrey Dahmer,
Right.
like honestly, who literally ate people's hearts and
Yeah.
stuff like that shit. Like, I don't know. To a point, like, yeah, there's texture and taste, but it's more of the facts. Like,
It was
I'm
like
eating
you.
my own person.
Yeah. Well, you do get sick too. I don't know if I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that like when you continuously eat this, human, and you're a human, you get sick. Just like mad cow disease. I mean, that's how mad cow disease started. Was that cows ended up eating their own, like they weren't like zombies or anything. They weren't eating themselves, but I think like their feces and stuff got in the mix of their food, and like it just like. And that's what happened. They just went crazy and shit. That's what happens to humans when they eat people.
Yeah.
They just go fucking crazy.
Honestly, I mean,
So
I'd rather just live a peaceful life in heaven if there is one.
yeah, if
out
there's
there.
a heaven,
Yeah.
that's where I want to go for
So,
sure.
I mean, I'd rather not be living on this planet if it does come to that point, honestly, because it's just like what am I to enjoy? Like,
Right.
Why
am I here?
Why do I need to be here?
Yeah.
Like, if that's happening.
I think in a because Mad Max is kind of weird. Mad Max Apocalypse is kind of weird. It's a weird place.
Yeah.
What other apocalyptic place would be kind of dope to live? Like Dune. I think I would love Dune. That type of like space apocalyptic world. Like it was just like Earth is fucked, so we had to be up here. I think that would be my place.
Really?
Yeah, like space type shit. Being a space pirate or something.
That'd be dope, honestly. I mean, you watch movies about like alien apocalypses. And all that stuff.
I can't.
Like, honestly, if somebody's more intelligent than us and has more weaponry than us,
Yeah, we're done.
Honestly,
I'd get caught and be like, damn, y'all got me. Take me down. Like War of the Worlds.
Oh man,
that fucking thing. There's no fucking way I'd survive that shit. No fucking way.
Yeah, no.
They fucking ripped Earth to shreds, and they're and like Tom Hanks or not Tom Hanks. What is his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was just like, yeah, I can get away from him. Like no motherfucker, no one can, no one could.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like you're right. 2 to 9 months. I'm gonna give myself almost a year.
Yeah.
I can probably survive, but I don't think I can survive that long. Plus, I'm a fat ass dude. Food runs out. I'm just like, let me starve. I'm just gonna sit right here, smoke me a black, and then fucking just off myself or something, dude. 'Cause I can't live without my food, dude. I'm fucking a hungry bitch.
Yeah. Honestly, I think probably maybe the furthest I can survive in an apocalypse is probably a zombie apocalypse. Honestly. I mean,
depends on how slow they are.
Yeah, it just really depends on all that, what type of zombies they are. Like, if they're World War Z zombies, I'm done.
Or like
I'm done.
I Am Legend zombies were fucked too.
Oh, man.
I don't even know if they were zombies. I think they were just like
they were infected.
They were infected,
like,
but they weren't like dying. They weren't like zombie falling apart.
I feel like they were kind of like vampire zombies.
Yeah,
because when they touched the
like
sun, I mean, they burned.
Yeah.
So, like,
but they had like thought. They knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Like he had a wife, and like he was like, I'm dedicated to get this bitch, even if I do burn. Like he didn't give a fuck, So like they had thoughts. They knew what the fuck was going on. But they were fucking on some shit, dude. They didn't give a fuck how they felt. No pain.
Man, crazy.
So that I would have fucked. That one, I imagine I'm dead. World War Z, I'm dead. Last of Us, I'm dead. Left 4 Dead, I'm dead.
Honestly, I feel like the one I could survive if I was to get in a bunker safely. I feel like I don't know if you've ever played the game Fallout.
Oh yeah.
But
No.
I feel like I could survive that, honestly. Like, survive in a bunker, and then when it's time to go out, I feel like I could survive that environment, like where like I have to be able to defend off everything and like just
Kill
be
off
able to
giant
survive.
bugs and
Yeah,
shit.
giant bugs. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Fuck yeah, dude. But let's get back to ARK, dude, because I want to know how long have you been doing music? Like how long have you, like, when did you start doing this?
So I started music when I was about 16, 15. I was in my own band. I grew up on rock and classic rock, and I actually
Nice.
used to play guitar and sing.
Oh wow.
And I was in chorus and musical theater growing up. I was one of those weird kids that played football, hockey, and wrestled, but I also was in musical theater, chorus, and I had that emo phase where I was in a rock band, and I love the rock industry. I mean, I still to this day would love to go to rock concerts, and I just enjoy that scene. And then EDM came to me when I was about probably honestly, EDM came to me, which I didn't notice, about 15 when Skrillex dropped Bannerang
Oh,
and
yeah.
Evil Spirits, Nice Monsters, or Nice Monsters, Evil
Right.
Spirits, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I started listening to that, and I loved it. Like, I overplayed that song so many times. And that was like the first time I ever heard dubstep ever in my life. And about when I was 17 is when my best friend introduced me to the rave scene and like the EDM community.
Right.
I mean, he was a rave dad, and like he showed me the clubs and stuff, and I started getting into it. It started off, my first ever DJ was Blank, and who else was there? It was Blank, and I think also the next time was Getter. I saw
Oh
Getter.
yeah. Oh dude.
So Getter was like my actual first one that I saw, honestly, that like introduced me, and I was
Where
like,
did you see Getter at?
I saw Getter at Ritz. He was at the Ritz in Ybor in Florida.
Oh,
And
nice.
It was really nice. Like, he threw the fuck down. Like,
Right.
honestly. And then I met Excision through Getter from his music.
Right.
So like Excision is a huge like almighty god in dubstep and bass music, heavy bass music, and
Right.
I just started to pick up on it. And recently, probably about like this last year, my friends started introducing me to like mixing and DJing and stuff, and I love to go into the festivals, and I love the sounds, because honestly, like, it's crazy how somebody can just make one sound into a million different sounds. You can literally like
Right.
just put it into a program, a DAW system, and basically like edit it to make it sound like low frequency or like a higher frequency, and then have reverb on it, and
Right.
have all these different effects on it. It just blew my mind, because like you go to country, rock, rap, I'm not hating on any of it, but like you hear the same beats over and over in all those
Yeah.
like styles of music, and like they're always talking about the same stuff. Like for rap, it's usually about, it's about gangs, violence, guns, drugs.
Right.
Rock, it's more like about like teen
Rebellion
spirit, rebellion, and all that. Country, you have like them talking about a girl, a beer, a tractor, something like that. EDM, there's some lyrics in some of it, but it's more of the fact that like you have a person that's sitting there at a computer just creating these beats and making it into music.
Right. Creating these sounds to make you feel a certain way.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's the funniest thing, but it's the truest thing to me. You go to a festival sober, it's funny. These DJs will make these songs towards a certain party favor. And it blows my mind. Some of these DJs can create sounds to make you feel like you're high on weed to make
No
you feel
shit.
like that you're on acid.
Right.
Even with their visuals. I mean, these visuals that they're creating nowadays.
Oh, true.
It's insane to see how like they can make this sound and put a visual on behind it. It's like, oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm on acid right now. It sounds like I'm on acid right now. Like, what the fuck? But it's so true. Like, these DJs know how to control a crowd and like get the movement around, and they all have different sounds. Like, honestly, like there's so many different types of genres in the EDM scene. You have experimental bass, you have rhythm, you have dubstep, you have heavy bass, you have lo-fi, you have tear out, you have experimental bass, you have house, techno, trance, all the stuff. I mean, it's just mainstream, and you like get in depth with it, and it's like there's this world that like I never knew of, and it's like it's insane to like explore it.
Right. Yeah.
All these different
100%.
sounds and all these different people that can like have beautiful voices and vocals that you would never hear in any like rap, pop, rock, that will put these like lyrics into songs, and the DJs will turn it into something amazing.
Right.
And it just blows my mind. And I've been loving it. I mean, everybody's so kind and so nice in the EDM scene. So, I mean, picking up DJing, I mean, everybody's there to help each other out. Now, like, it's harder as an up-and-coming DJ, and this is what sucks about the EDM scene. And I talked about it with Realist and Gray Point and Code. But when you're an up-and-coming DJ, truth of the matter is, it's a battle against each of their own. You're fighting against other DJs to become the best DJ that you can be. I mean, you're fighting to get to where you want to be, but at the same time, to me and my view, and like people don't agree with my view, I believe that like as a DJ, I want to like help as many DJs as I can when I do become popular and get up there, because honestly, like I know where I was when I was at the low end of my game. So honestly, why not help? Like if I was to go up to Subtronics or Excision right now and try and talk to them and be like, hey, I'm a little DJ that's out here in Amarillo trying to make music. Can you help me out? They won't bat an eye towards me. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, you can send your music to them. They'll play it. They'll play our music on their sets and stuff. They'll give us notice and stuff, but it's a very hard world because, I mean, everybody after COVID happened and even during COVID started buying DJ equipment and started wanting to become a DJ. Honestly, like during COVID, that was the whole new hype. Everybody wanted to become a DJ and go in the DJ industry. And what's crazy about it is my friend Ryan, who taught me how to mix, and actually like he's way better than me. He hasn't done any gigs, and I can't wait to see that man play. I can't wait to see where he comes up with his stuff, because he's like really good with his stuff. But he told me like for DJs in a 2-year span, if a DJ isn't going anywhere in 2 years, I think it's like 70% of the DJs in 2 years will just stop and drop out and stop because it's just so hard. I mean, there's nowhere you can go if you don't have the right connections, the right networking, and the right people to talk to. I mean, if you don't know how to produce, which, I mean, it's a hard world. You open up a DAW system for your first time, I mean, it's like you're looking at all these like different folders and stuff, and you're like, how the fuck do I create a song? Like, how am I supposed to like make a song happen out of all this stuff? And you watch all these YouTube videos and it's still confusing, and it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, then it's like they're like, fuck you, like honestly, like you figure it out yourself. But it's always nice to be somewhere with other low DJs and up and coming DJs, or even like middle of the line DJs, because they're willing to help out and get you to that spot and even take you on tour with them. Like Realist got big going to Dallas, and Realist is blowing up. And I can't wait to see where they go. And they've offered to help me. Code's offered to help me. And I've been getting help left and right on it. So the DJing has been very nice. And like I said, it's been a blessing, honestly. I mean, it's been amazing. I'm going to be dropping my first mix out probably here in 2 weeks. And then I'm trying to get in the works of producing my first 2 albums So we'll see how that comes along. But honestly, it's a work. It's definitely a work, and being in school and
Right.
all that. It's hard.
Living
So
life.
yeah,
Living life.
it's
And being over here in Amarillo and stuff is rough too.
oh man, yes.
Mm. And I'm grateful for the people that I've met, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've had here in Amarillo. And I talk about it a lot here on Pod, people have this. Amarillo is not a small city, but it's not a big city. But the people that live here have small town mentality. And I'm sorry, there are people in the community, in all the genres, country, rock, EDM, rap, that have small town mentality where it's like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm also gonna be a gatekeeper for the people that are doing shit, so that I'm the only person, or we're the only people here in Amarillo that do shit. We're Amarillo. This is what Amarillo's. No, motherfucker, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
like,
no.
we're trying to grow. We're trying to move. We're trying to be bigger than. We're trying to be something. And if you're pushing people that are just, I don't know, experimenting their sound, or that are different than you, or that are playing something that you might not like, and you're pushing them away, you're literally destroying. And this is coming from a mind that I don't give a fuck about people, so I don't give a shit what they say. But you could be ultimately destroying somebody's dream by doing so, and that's what hurts the most about Amarillo, is that they have cliques. They have these people that know people. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You can't do it because I said so. Fuck you. Like, literally, fuck you.
No, I agree. Honestly, you see it a lot happen in the EDM. There was a big, on Twitter, a big fight in the EDM scene where, this one, huge DJ he had openers for him, and the DJs played better than him. And he was like, no, you guys aren't supposed to play better than me. You guys are supposed to play and get me ready, so when I come out, the crowd's ready for me. And I was like, everybody was like, no, that's bullshit. Like, honestly, you have up and coming DJs. If you hire those people,
Right.
let them do their thing. And honestly, people are both sided on it. I mean,
Well,
I get it at a standpoint. If you're a headliner, I get it that you want all the attention. You want everything to go your way and be perfect towards your way. I understand that, because when I become a headliner, I know I'm going to want that. But it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, if some guy is playing better than me, good for them. I want them to be out there and getting their appearance. I want them to go off and show, because you want these DJs or even rappers or rock stars or bands to come up, honestly, to the point where you see these people that are trying to come up, and it's like, when you have somebody like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, but that's how I made it. Why can't I do that? This is my style. This is what I want to do. That's basically breaking their dream. I want to do this, but no, you're telling me I can't. Fuck you.
Yeah,
honestly.
Sorry, I'm bitter. And that's the thing. And that's the thing too, is see, this is my mentality, and I don't necessarily know if it resonates with people. I don't know if people actually like what I say, but this is how I see it, right? I'm going to help out everybody. I love everybody. I want everybody to succeed. I do my podcast, I do my music, I do my own shit, but I want everybody to be, if you're going to eat at my table, we're all going to eat. We're all going to do some shit, right?
Facts.
And this isn't just towards me. I want people to have this. I want people to have this. This, not personality, but this thought. I want people to have this thought. When I walk up on stage, when I do podcasts, when I do whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? I'm the best. I am always the best. I will forever think that I am the best, because you have to be that confident in yourself.
Yes.
You have to tell yourself, I'm going to be the best I can today, and I will be better than anybody in this fucking world always, right? But I want everybody to think that way. I want everybody to be like, hey, I'm gonna help you out, or I'm gonna not even just help, just be just a part of the community, be a part of what you're trying to do, the movement or whatever the fuck. Respect the people that are around you, but also know that they think that they're the best. They think they're the best. Everybody thinks that they're the best. And if we all just do our best, we're all good.
Yeah.
We're all fucking good. And the story about that guy, it's like, dude, like, I'm sorry, bro. Maybe you had a shitty set. Maybe you were just like, I don't want to fucking do this today. Sorry, bro. Sorry that your fucking, your headliner, or not your headliners, your fucking, what are they called?
Openers
and shit. We're fucking better than you. You know what I'm saying? That means that you have to work harder than what you're doing now, because if you don't, then you're going to burn out, or you're just going to fucking let it go. And that's what I hate. I hate whenever people think that they're better. They not only think that they are better than people, but they believe that now that they're here in this spot, nobody can touch them. And it's a joke. We joke about it a lot on pod, but like Drake, Eminem, like the big shots of rap and shit. Like, one day you're gonna hit your top, and someone's gonna be fucking better than you, and you're gonna know it, and they're gonna eat shit for it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Eminem's only gonna be here for a little bit, and I already think that Eminem is not even the best he could be right now. Just because he's been on that fucking throne for way too fucking long. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with fucking deadmau5. I'm sorry. I love deadmau5. I listened to his shit when I was growing up and everything, but he hit a peak and he thought he was the fucking best. And now what is he doing? He's DJing in Las Vegas like every fucking buddy else.
Yeah. Yeah. You look at, I mean, there's another example. I mean, Skrillex, you look at him when he was at his peak. I mean, I want to be able to live the Skrillex era where he played Ultra 2016. That YouTube video I will watch over and over. That man knew how to control a crowd, knew how to play dubstep. I hear that he plays his shows differently from what he's making his music, but the man's been gone for 2-3 years, 4 years, I don't know how long, for a long time. And the man's a fucking god in dubstep. And you come back and start making house music. Nothing against house music, and people tell me I need to open myself more to it, which I'm opening myself to the EDM community more and trying to listen to more. But I just love dubstep. It's just been a thing of mine. And to see Skrillex drop 2 albums that were just straight house, from going to house, like, it blew my mind. Like what are you doing? I understand you're wanting fame and stuff, and like the house route is the easiest route to get to, but like, man, like, you were like somebody I looked up to, like I fucking admired as a bass god. And now you have Excision, Subtronics, and like all these different Zed's Dead, all these different people that are just surpassing you. Yeah, you're still a great DJ. He will always be a great DJ, and he throws the fuck down, and he knows what he's doing. But honestly, it's like when you come back after 3 years and like you're just like, oh, I just want to take a simple route and just start making house music and just make it easy and stop making dubstep. It's like, come on,
people are scared to experiment, and that's what kills a lot of these artists, is that they're scared to experiment what their possibilities could be. And you know, I understand, and even in the EDM and the dubstep and the house community, you have a certain sound. When someone plays, when you play something, it's yours, and you can hear it. When I hear certain EDM or dubstep artists or house artists, I can tell who it is, just by like a certain sound, a little what they do, or a snare or a bass. You know, they have their little tweaks or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think they get scared about sounding like somebody else, and it's hard. And it's really tough with the dubstep and the EDM community, because that's all people fucking say. Oh, they all sound the same. That's all they fucking do. But if you're a real enthusiast, if you're a real listener, if you're a real fan, They all nothing. Nobody sounds the same.
Yeah.
LS Dream was the first fucking artist that I heard ambient, not ambient music, but like open sounds. Like it made me feel like I was in the fucking ocean.
Experimental bass
Like
is
space.
beautiful.
Like it was like you hit a certain tone and it just fucking, he made it echo. Like a weird fucking vibe. And you're like, bro, I'm listening to this shit right now and I feel like I'm in this open space of nothing except for me and this fucking song. Which is really fucking crazy to feel like, you know?
Yeah.
But then you have like Ganja White Night, where it's like just some crazy fucking dance shit.
Yeah.
And like it makes you want to fucking move. And you're like, dude, like how can you tell me that these are the same fucking people?
Oh man, and honestly, it's like it's a struggle in the EDM community and like making the music because you don't want to like make the same sound, honestly, and it's like everybody to get out there and actually show yourself as a DJ and as a producer, you want to be able to go into a DAW system and go on Serum and like be able to create your own like sounds. Like you want to be able to do that, and what they can do is beyond me. I'm not at that level yet, but it's to the point where when you start hearing the same things over and over and over again, it's a struggle. People are like, you don't deserve to come up and be a top DJ if you're not making your own sound and creating it unique to yourself.
Right.
And that's why, honestly, why I have two different routes and why like I'm diverse in my like producing and music making. I have two sides to ARK. I have the dark ARK and I have the light ARK.
Right.
The dark ARK is more heavy, evil dubstep. That's heavy bass, very like you want to run through a wall, like mosh pit type stuff.
Right.
Kind of sudden death vibes, evil excision vibes, all that. My light ARK sets are more experimental bass, like Wakan sets, basically like LS Dream, AT Aliens, that more wonky, weird vibes to it, like Ravenscoon and all those people. And that's another thing. I mean, you look at the Wakan artists in the Wakan industry, they're the nicest people you will ever meet because they're so open and they're so like spiritual. Like LS Dream, you look at that man is so diverse and so like spiritually awakened. He like meditates, he knows what he's doing, he like has his own path, and the man like he takes psychedelics and he believes that there is a better power and stuff. And
well, like that was the thing too, is like when COVID hit, I don't know if you knew this, but like you obviously know this, but when COVID hit, LS Dream just went to his room and he made those those soundtracks and shit.
Light Code.
And he was just like, hey, we're just going to meditate for like an hour. And then he would play these fucking crazy fucking waves and the music and shit. Man, some of his stuff actually helped me through work. Because I was throwing newspaper at that time. And I was an essential worker. But that was the weirdest time of my life. Because I was outside by myself. No one around. No cars. No fucking trucks. It was just a dead fucking ghost town.
Yeah.
And I was out there at 3 a.m. fucking throwing paper, and I would put his shit on, and I would just listen and just be like in the moment, like the moon and the fucking earth and the fucking me and the car and the, the wheels moving and shit. And it really helped me through like a lot of my fucking anxieties, a lot of my depressions, and how I felt like with COVID and everything. But that's what I'm trying to say is, LS Dream, all these fucking people that we're talking about have like these things where it's like something new. Not tomorrow, it doesn't have to be like super extreme. It could be months in advance or whatever. And I'm sorry, but fucking Skrillex hasn't done anything really fucking new except for the things that he's comfortable with.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary about it. It's like, man, like, I mean, I felt like deadmau5 had something going for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like, this shit's fucking popping. And then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, that's it. Peace.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, I look at deadmau5 also. I mean, he was great when Skrillex was making dubstep. That era where Skrillex dropped his, like, Nice Spirits, Evil Monsters album, deadmau5 was like over there making some crazy dubstep also, and he was
Yeah.
experimenting, and everybody loved it.
Right.
And then he just stopped.
Yep.
So it's like you have all these other new DJs that are on the come up and stuff, and who have this drive. Like me personally, I have a drive. I want to be perfect. I want to be the best I can be as an individual. I want to be able to make music and produce it and be able to fucking be the best that I can be out there. But you have these DJs that are already popular and stuff who just want to be there at the top and ride it.
Right.
They just want to ride the wave. And it's like you have all these DJs that are coming up that are trying to take your spot.
Yeah.
So, like, you need to know, like, you better keep working hard and keep doing better so that
Make sure that fucking song pops,
stays. Yeah.
bro. Make
because
sure the
honestly,
next thing pops, bro.
like, I'm looking at all these other new DJs. I mean, one of my close friends who's a DJ, Gator, his name is Gator Dubs. Great DJ. I mean, he makes a lot of music, and he's inspired me. Man has a very thought process and knows what he's doing. Same thing as Code. Code has everything written down,
Right.
everything planned out. He literally has a 3-year process that he showed me written out in his books on a whiteboard. He has written out what he wants to do, what he wants to lay out, visuals, management, merch, all this stuff written out. He wants to create a festival here at the Civic Center, and he
Right.
has this all planned out, and he's like doing all this stuff. You have people that are wanting to do it. It's just you got to give these other DJs a chance. I mean, it's hard to not get that chance if you don't give it to them. Like me personally, I want to get out there, but it's like as a promoter, like it's hard to find promoters out there and get in touch with them
Right.
if you don't know what you're doing. And like that's what I definitely would love to know as a smaller DJ, and to get out there and help other people to know that like you have to push yourself and keep driving yourself and have that dedication. Like everybody tells me, like, you're a new DJ, you have that dedication, you have that heart, keep it, keep that shit
keep
all
it.
the way through, because once you lose that shit, you're just going to ride the wave like all the other DJs that are at the top. That's why I love Subtronic so much. The man will literally, it's funny, you'll go to one of his sets and he's like, I literally just made this song I'm about to play 30 minutes ago in my hotel room. And you're like, holy fuck, bro. And he'll play it and you're like, oh my God, he made this in 30 minutes? Like, bro, like what?
What the fuck, dude? It's crazy.
Like, man can make fucking sounds that are insane, and he just knows how to control a crowd, and he knows what he's doing. And
Right.
honestly, like, people will also hate me for saying this. I love Excision. I love he owns everything. He runs like 6 of his own festivals. He's a bass god. Fucking amazing. Like his visuals, his fucking sound is just so heavy. But honestly, like it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. You go to his sets, it's always the same.
Yeah.
He'll play other people's songs to make it newer, but you're playing other people's songs.
Right. Right.
Why not make your own? And I understand, like, he has a lot on his plate and he has a lot going on and stuff, like controlling all your festivals and controlling your music and, like, your industry. The man has his whole team set up and everything. But when you have somebody like Subtronics who's right there at your level, I honestly feel like Subtronics is going to surpass Excision and become the next DJ god in the industry, because I'm not saying he's going to be better than him, but I feel like Excision will pass the torch down to him, because Excision's getting old. I mean,
Right.
he's going to he has enough money as it is. He's going to want to retire. And honestly, like, that's the thing about DJs. I mean, I know it's not going to be an all thing that they want to do for the rest of their lives. You look at Tiesto, who's literally 60 years old, made amazing music.
Still,
Man's a fucking legend.
Yeah, guy is a fucking legend, bro.
Like, making music, I honestly, at EDCO this past year, my friends, it was a chance to see Tiesto or see Slander. My friends were talking to me about it, and I was like, I've never seen Slander before, but he's going to be on lineups.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, Slander will always be on lineups. When the fuck are you ever going to see Tiesto? Tiesto's being old. That man's about to retire. They're like, let's go see Tiesto. I swear to God, I never listened to mainstream or house really, and I fucking went over to the house stage, and I vibed the whole time. He played all of his songs, and it was just great music, and the crowd was great vibes, great energy, Everything was amazing. It was beautiful. Another person that I can give an example of that I did not know of that people loved and talked about so much, Odessa. Never
yeah.
knew anything about Odessa at all. And I went to Foam Wonderland in Dallas, and I saw Sullivan Keene, AT Aliens, Ravenscoon, and the next day I was actually supposed to leave to come back to Amarillo because I was just going to do the Foam Wonderland rave, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to go see Odessa." I was like, "What's the hype? Like, what's in?" They were like, "They have their own like drum line. They have their own like people that come on stage." Bro, I kid you not, I've never cried at a set in my life before. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever listened to in my fucking entire life. I literally was there. I was probably off of 2 G's of shrooms.
Right.
Vibing the whole time, bro. I was like, it was so beautiful. The guys were literally on the drum line just hitting the drums and flipping the sticks to the other guys. They'd catch it and start drumming and like doing flips with the drums and stuff. And I was like, how like as a DJ's like there are 2 guys that started it, and they have this whole team now, and it's so amazing to see like how great people can be when you give them the chance and give them the like with the talent that they have. And honestly, that's the whole point I'm trying to get at is like as a smaller DJ, if you want to see a smaller DJ come up and who has like, I have all these thoughts in my mind, I have them written down, I have all these plans that I want to do, I want to do them. Right. It's just I'm not saying I need somebody to put me in that position, but to at least show me where the right directions are and what I need to do to. And it's okay to ask for
fucking help. That's what I'm saying. Like, what my advice has always been for like the podcast or people that do podcasts or like people that are in music or whatever. The best advice that I can give, because it's worked for me always, is just fucking ask. Just ask. You're not gonna lose anything. Yep. Maybe one day someone's gonna be like, really? Fuck you. Maybe you'll be hurt a little bit, you know. But honestly, dude, every time I've asked somebody for something, or you know, said, hey, I need advice, or hey, can you do this, or hey, can we get together, or whatever the fuck, it's either a yes or a no. Yeah. And we just move on. Like, hey, man, not today, not right now. Man. Okay, cool. I'm always here if you need it. Just know that I'm around, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if they say yes, then you got it. Yeah. You have it in your fucking hands, bro. And I'm having a hard time kind of dealing with that when it comes to like OGs and big heads and shit, where it's like I would like to ask them for whatever they have. Like, hey, like, can you give me advice on, like you said, what was the best way to go and doing about this? Or not even just asking for a handout. I'm not even asking for a handout. I'm just asking, like, hey, can you just, like, check my shit out and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Tell me what I'm doing right? Tell me what I need to do more of, or whatever the fuck. And I feel like that's something that we could create here in Amarillo, because my main goal for this is to make Amarillo a music town again. We used to be, we're not anymore. Yeah. I mean, kinda. More of like a highway city where people pass through and they do gigs every once in a while. But I want people to actually come here to be in Amarillo and be like, oh shit, there is a scene here. There's a place where I can go. There's a place where I can perform. There's producers. There's studios. There's this and that, and I can actually come over here and do my own shit. But that's the problem, is that people, like I said, they have their own little cliques and stuff, and they're like, nah. Yeah. And they don't receive the asking questions. They don't receive the advice asking very well. It's like, well, just do you, bro. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I know. And when people ask me, like, hey, listen to my stuff. Listen. Can you listen to my music? Let me know how it is. Like last night, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, a homie on Instagram was like, hey, I just produced this music video. Can you check it out? And I was like, you know what? I'll fucking do it. I'll check it out. I gave him my honest opinion. I said, hey, bro, to be honest, like, it's good. I wish there was a little bit more. You know, maybe in the future it'll be better because that was his first music video he produced.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, this is your first, man. You got a lot of potential, man. If this is your first one, it's good, but I know that it can be better. And if this one's the way it looks, and I think it's good, then just move forward. And I was like, I want to see more from you. And he's like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We need that kind of critiquing. We need that kind of positivity, and we just don't get it. We just don't have it here, and it sucks. It really does.
It does. Honestly, it's definitely a hard thing to come to Amarillo when I was raised in Florida, and I mean the EDM scene's big there. I have so many connections out there, and it's like I want to move back, but also I want to leave a footnote here to where I can help and build the EDM community before I leave,
Right.
and at least be able to like grow it here and help out as much as I can.
How many artists do we have that are EDM or related
So
here in Amarillo?
one popular one that's actually huge as fuck right now is Funny. His parents still live here, and I fucking see them in the grocery stores a lot of the time. But his name's Mike. He goes by Space Wizard. He came out of this town, and he's actually signed on with Wakan.
No shit.
And
his name comes up on a lot of fucking festivals and shit I see.
Yep.
He's from here?
He's from here.
No
I
shit.
literally talked to him. I was like, you came from Amarillo, because he was doing a live, and I asked him on his Instagram live, I was like, where are you from? And he was like, Amarillo, Texas. And I was like, wait. I literally texted him back. I was like, the Amarillo, Texas, like bum ass nowhere, like nothing, like where WT's at. He's like, yep. I was like, bro, I go to college out here, man. Like, how the fuck did you do it? Like, start making music and become so big to where you are. And he was like, man, I started mixing first. A lot of people taught me there how to mix, and once I started mixing, I kind of went ghost and I started producing music. But then when I wanted to start my career, I moved away. He didn't tell me where he moved to, but he was like, that's when I started releasing my stuff, and I started getting big and started getting gigs. And I was like, no fucking way. Like, this man, like, is a legend. Like, he fucking came out of Amarillo where there's nothing. And I mean, this was in like when it was really Bible Belt, and like, I cannot say this enough. Amarillo is still such a big Bible Belt place.
Right,
like,
right,
that's why we're still fucking growing and stuck in place. Like, I'm hoping it can get out of that phase.
Right.
But nobody liked EDM. They thought of it as like it was devil music and stuff. Like
Elvis.
Yeah, honestly. So,
which is crazy because all it is just a whole bunch of electronic.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck the devil ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you're what's that fucking guy's name? Carpenter Brute, I think. Is it Carpenter Brute? There's another artist that does the whole fucking devil shit.
I don't know. There's one artist that is in the EDM community. His name's Sudden Death. I mean, he does give
Sudden Death.
off those vibes.
Yeah, the vibes.
He wears like satanic stuff, and he like.
But I like his shit though. It makes me feel a certain way.
Yeah, it's great shit. His stuff's really nice to listen to, but it's like you go to these festivals. Like, if you were to go to a Void set, it was funny because I actually like watched another podcast on this, and they were talking about how they went to a Void set, and it was like just his, like, he was headlining at, I think it was in California, and he was doing a Void set, and outside of that set was like all these like protesters, like God protesters, like speaking like, oh, you're not worshiping God and stuff, like you're sinning, like this is sin, like
that's crazy.
You're going to hell for watching this shit. I'm like, damn, like honestly. And it's funny because you start going to these festivals, like you go to EDC and all these festivals, and you'll have those people that will be sitting out there with the megaphones and just start yelling into it, saying like, oh, you're sinning and stuff. Oh, you dress like this as a girl. You dress so like skimpy and as a hoe and all this. You're going to hell. Like, you're doing drugs and taking drugs. Do you think God would be okay with this? And I'm like, bro, like,
God is definitely okay with me taking drugs for sure.
Honestly, like, who's to say who's wrong in this? Like, you for judging us,
Right.
or for us for just enjoying ourselves,
Yeah.
listening to music and
Fuck
enjoying
it,
our
dude.
time. But
Bro, you can't tell me that Jesus ain't down on drugs, bro. You're not gonna make me believe that Jonah got fucking swallowed by a whale. I've never seen that shit in my life, bro. I've never seen that in my whole fucking life, but the Bible's like, yeah, this dude got fucking swallowed by a whale and he got spit out to this place that was so bad that God wanted to fucking hellfire in the fucking sky, burn the place down, right? And he was gonna go. That's some drug shit. That's on some heavy shroom shit, bro.
No, honestly, like I used to be very very atheist until I started getting into psychedelics and until my incident happened.
Incident.
I got.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't
No,
want to.
it's fine. I mean, growing up, I was always like bullied and like I just had a hard lifestyle growing up. I had my family. Like, don't get me wrong, I was very blessed and given everything that I wanted, but my lifestyle was just very. Nobody saw me as a person. They just all looked down on me and stuff, and it was just hard growing up as a human being in this world. And I tried to fit in. I tried to always want to chase clout, and I always wanted to be that person that I wasn't. I wanted to be that perfect person that was supposed to be like a model and all that. And I was just bullied, and I just like went through suicide like thoughts and everything. And I just went through a bad phase, and I was going really down a really dark path. And my dad saw that, and my dad was like, I'm not going to see you kill yourself or fuck up your life. So he sent me to a military academy to fix my shit up. And like, honestly, like, it helped me for the best. And
did it really?
Yeah, it really did help me. I hated every minute of it going to the military academy, but honestly, it definitely straightened me out, bettered me as a person. I was depressed as fuck in there, and I found God, and then I started to like dive deeper into it. But then once I started to take psychedelics, I viewed the world more as a spiritual whole. Like, I believed in more spiritual wiseness, and I just felt that as a whole on earth we are all connected as like one, and that we all have energy sources, and that we produce this energy source. I mean, I feel like that honestly, when you open your third eye, when I can open my third eye, I can see auras are radiating off of people that tell me what emotions or what they're feeling, or like I can see these different colors. Like, it's kind of like a flame, kind of like this aura irradiated off the body. Like, I can see if they're depressed, if they're sad, if they're happy, if they're like glorious, if they're joyful, if they're angry. So honestly, I just feel that like this world is connected as a whole. And I mean, like, Mother Nature, us as human beings, the sun, earth, like, we're all connected as one.
Hell yeah.
And I just started to like steer away from Christianity because there was stuff in there that like I was reading up on and stuff that I was like, how can you judge somebody on these things and say that they're going to hell for like being born the way they are? Like, oh, like, this person's gay. Like, how are you to say that I'm going to hell if I'm gay? Like, that to me, that's kind of fucked up. Oh, if I dance, like in some I think it's Catholic, like, if you dance, like, it's a sin. Like, honestly,
some churches, like, they don't play with instruments. It's a sin to play with instruments. You gotta wear skirts because it's a sin to wear pants. Putting your hair up, you know, all. I think like the stupidest. I'm sorry, most religion is fucking stupid. I'm just gonna say that. Doesn't make no fucking sense. Why can't we just like believe in the same? Like, why can't we just believe in something and it all be different at the same time?
Yeah.
It's like everybody eats pizza, but it's all fucking different everywhere around the world. So why the fuck are we? What? Who fucking cares? It's all pizza. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
But like, I mean, I grew up in the church, man. I played. That's when I started doing music. 6 years old, playing the drums for a praise and worship band. Like, that's how I got into my music and stuff, bro. And it's like these rules and regulations and what I can and can't do because God said so. Like, bro, if I believe in God, like if my belief is believing in God and I know that He died for my sins, like that's the ultimate thing that I do. If I fucking die today, I'm going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you for making me feel less than because I fucking cuss or I wear black clothes or I listen to metal music or whatever the fuck the case may be. It's like, dude, like, man, I just can't wait until we get to heaven and then there's people like we don't want to see there. It's just gonna be like, you're.
Yeah, honestly, it's
funny as fuck, dude.
It's crazy to
like what are we gonna do when we're in heaven and we see Hitler there? The fuck are we gonna do?
Honestly,
like nothing. Nobody can do shit. God's like, oh well, Hitler's here. What are you want to go down to hell? Are you gonna go down? You can if you want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. But like, I just like you're right. Like even like you know, I have my beliefs, but I also do believe that we all have energies, we all have powers, we all have manifestation powers or qualities about us that like God. I wouldn't say God gifted us, but like even like God as a whole, just like as the earth, as like Mother Nature, or whatever the fuck it is, whatever God is, whatever Jesus or whatever thing you believe, Poseidon or fucking Zeus or whatever, this energy has just been here for fucking ever, dude.
No, honestly, so to hit on that note, so the first time I did my DMT trip and actually blasted off, anytime before I do any psychedelic trips or anything, I make sure to open my third eye. And another thing to mention, I've never believed in souls until I astral projected for the first time.
Oh, shit.
And that was on shrooms.
Yeah.
I never believed we had a soul or anything in us until I was literally floating over my body, could see myself in third person, could hear everything around me, could feel the energy around me. I could float around, move around the way I wanted to, and my body was still there with eyes open, ears. I could hear everything. I could feel everything. I couldn't talk from my spirit. I couldn't make my body talk, but I could still see everything.
Right.
So it's like that also made me more spiritual. But when I had my DMT trip, had my third eye open, I blasted off to this plane. I don't know where I was, if it was on a different planet, universe, whatever. But I saw these astral beings, and like I could see the energy that they had, like so powerful. Like I didn't know if they were gods, if they were like what we're going to see after we die.
Right.
But there was 3 of them. There was 3 or 4 of them, and behind them there was like I couldn't see. It was so bright, and so like there was somebody behind them that was more powerful, and I could see that like they had more energy, more power.
Right.
Something that was like trillions of years old, like
right.
older than I was. And literally, like, they didn't talk to me or anything. They just saw me. And literally, one of them just literally, like, giants. I'm talking, like, it felt so unreal. Like, I was there. It felt like I was in a shadow world. And, like, there was these, like, astral beings that were giants that I was looking up to. And one just came down with his hand and touched my forehead. And I literally saw the universe in literally a second.
No
just being
shit.
born and everything. And I was like, all right. And that's when I fucking went back to my body.
You're like, all right, bro.
Yeah, I went straight back to my body, and I was like, I was scared when I went back to my body because I started realizing everything, and I was like, fuck, bro, if this is like really what like we're made of and like everything, like if this is the truth that I'm living with, like honestly, like why is it that our world is so negative on everything?
Right.
And seeing those astral beings that were so much more powerful, it just blew my mind. And I started to think about it for 2 months. And then I was like, you know what? Honestly, if this is the life that I'm going to live after I come off this earth, I'm okay with it. I feel safe. I mean, those people, have intelligence, have power, this energy source
Right.
that is way more powerful, that seems like a godlike material. Now, I always tell people, I don't think what we build, our God and Jesus, I don't think it's like this guy, when we die, we're going to see this guy with long, luscious brown hair, a long, luscious brown beard, chiseled body with a white robe. I don't think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be something that we can't comprehend, that we can't see. It's this
Right.
bright-ass energy source that when we die, we're all connected as one. We can all feel each other. We can all see each other. We can all like vibe off of each
Right.
other. But that one source is a controller of everything: time, existence, different realities, different
Right.
universes. And it's like there's something bigger out there than us. But I personally do not know what it is.
Right.
I just know it's not going to be something where when I die, it's going to be this guy that's dressed in a white robe, just all chiseled and stuff.
What if whenever you said a DMT trip and those fucking giants and he touched your fucking head and you saw the universe? What if that's how you create universes, like in different dimensions, and you are now the god to that universe,
Damn,
and you just don't even know it?
that's crazy.
And there's a book being written by you, and now it's just like the book of fucking ARK and shit.
That'd be fucking insane, honestly.
wild.
That's wild. No, now that I think about it, damn. But
I haven't made my universe yet. I haven't done psychedelics yet.
Nah, they definitely helped me out with a lot of my depression, a lot of my, like, honestly, if it was legal and they were to sell it, like FDA approved, I would actually microdose on LSD and shrooms every day.
Right.
I would microdose on it because there's been studies on it that it helps with so much stuff in
Right.
the brain, and it can create new brain patterns and waves inside it to better yourself. And honestly, fuck the government, honestly,
Yeah, fuck the
because they really do not know what they're talking about. They just banned it
They
because
don't give a fuck about us. They just want money.
they just wanted it to be fucking banned because they didn't want people like having different beliefs on
Thought processes.
yeah,
and all
thought
that shit.
processes and everything.
Trading economics, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
That's what they thought that Austin was gonna be, like it's just one giant trading city. But you know, now it became Elon Musk's and fucking Joe Rogan's place.
Yeah.
So now it's all fucking bullshit. But dude, I appreciate you getting on podcasts and talking your shit, dude.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. I think it was a really good one. I think we got really fucking deep for a second, dude.
Oh,
I
man,
think
it
the
was
whole
great.
thing was just a spiritual fucking walk, dude.
Man,
I think
Love it.
I needed to get refreshed, man. I needed this. I needed it's like a shower for the mind.
yeah, no problem.
You know, like I said, like the past few months, I've been kind of just doing my own thing. Like I've been trying to push my emotions down until I get like some type of understanding of what's going on. You know, and I know that's bad. I know that, you know, I've been chilling out this week, but I do like to drink a lot, and when I do drink, I drink excessively. So like on the weekends or at the shows and stuff, I'm just like taking shot after shot. Cause like you know, it's just one of those things where it's like that's the thing that can just take away the pain for a little bit, or numb it. You know, we all hear it all the time. But like even like today, I wanted to drink. I was like, dude, I need something. I want to feel relaxed. I want to chill. But man, I just can't do that. I can't have that be my crutch because it destroys lives. I've seen it destroy people's lives and everything. And so like I haven't drank. Fuck, dude. I haven't drank since last Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't drank. So, you know, I do like drinking, and I will drink probably, you know, tomorrow or whatever day or whatever. But I'm trying to slow down on it. I'm trying to chill out on it. I'm not trying to drink excessively. Because, man, like, I don't know if it's the universe or I need some, like, cleansing or whatever the fuck, or I need to fucking microdose on some shrooms or whatever, dude. But today was a good day. Today was a good podcast. Sir. I mean, I feel refreshed. I feel a lot of questions, a lot of questions, not a whole lot of answers. But that's what I like to do. I have a lot of questions about things, and I like to answer them by myself at work and stuff. See, I'm trying to figure out we didn't get into it today, but I don't believe that the Earth is I don't believe the Earth is round, but I don't believe the Earth is flat. I just believe that the Earth is Earth, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to do right now is decipher how I can decipher if the Earth is flat. Like pros and cons, or like trying to what's that word called? Debunk it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting pretty close. I'm getting pretty close to where it's like it might not be debunked. I think we actually could have a flat Earth.
Interesting.
I just need to go to space. The last thing on that list is go to space and find out.
There you go.
But I'm getting close to that one last question. But yeah, dude. Where can people find you? Where are you at?
Oh
dude?
man. So you can find me. My Instagram is ARK MP3, and my SoundCloud is Almighty Red Knight. So you can find my SoundCloud there.
We need to do a show, just all the Almighty's show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Honestly. Next performance I'll be doing is the 29th, and I'll be doing a light ARK. I didn't really get to hit this much, but ARK really is anime based. I love the anime scene, and what I am trying to do with Almighty Red Knight is create like this scene or this storyline, this backstory,
right,
to where like in the world, I mean, there's always dark and there's light. There's always going to be darkness and there's going to be light. With darkness comes light. With light comes darkness. And I kind of think of it like a yin-yang symbol, kind of. And my light sets are just going to be more happy, vibey sets where like I can bring happiness and joy and show the world the lightness that there is to come to this place. I mean, to get free from whenever you come to my shows. And the darkness is to be able to get that rage and that energy out that you need, that's all built up and pent, like your stress and depression, that you can mosh and just get it out. Because honestly, like I said, it's a shitty world out here. So honestly, anime's been a big thing that has saved me also in my life. Yeah. Like I really am inspired by anime, like a lot of things. And
we probably get real deep into that on Peachy, because I think Ivy's really into anime too.
Yeah, I fucking love anime. Like that's the whole basis of my plot and everything. So my first albums I'm dropping is going to be my dark EP set and then my light EP set, and it's basically going to start off with the prologues of talking about just basically the story of like the darkness, the evil arc, and then the light arc, the hero side, and the villain side to the story.
Are you playing on the 29th at house?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be.
Fucking arcade. I need to get his out. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Me and him have created that little thing, and I keep on finding new people that are on this shit. So that's cool, dude. Because I like the Revenge of the Misfits.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
That's gonna be tight as fuck. So you're gonna see me and fucking ARK on the 29th, dude. So show the fuck up.
Show up.
So you said you're on Spotify?
Not on Spotify yet, but when I start producing my own music and drop my first album, I'm gonna see if I can drop a mix on Spotify, but I'm not sure since it's other people's songs that I'm using.
Yeah, it's really hard. That's what's really tough about the podcast right now, is that I have a lot of past podcasts that I've shouted out artists. I'm not really sure if I can do that. That's why I'm not on Spotify for the pod.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, but honestly, check me out on Instagram. I'll definitely be posting up a lot. I'm on TikTok as ARK MP3. Everything you can find me on is usually ARK MP3. If not, type up Almighty Red Knight. But you can find me there. And yeah, man. I mean, I'll be around this area in Amarillo, and I'll probably be moving back to Florida here in a year, hopefully, and see where my career can take me.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see you grow, and we'll see what happens in the next few years.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I mean, you'll be on the podcast more than just once, so you'll be around. But we'll see y'all next week, and like always, go fuck yourself.